Oh, this one's a fun one. Unity's gaming boss John Riccitiello steps down amid storm of pricing controversy. Did you hear about this? This is just absolutely bonkers. Hold on to controllers, gaming enthusiast John Riccitiello, the chief executive of the game developer tool Unity, has resigned in the wake of a contentious pricing change that ruffles the feathers of gamers and developers globally. Unity, the powerhouse behind mega hits like Pokemon Go, Genshin Impact, and Beat Saber, has proposed charging studios for every time the game is installed using Unity code. This news flash was brought courtesy of the BBC. So the company that I don't know if they're called Unity or that, but they merged with another company that does mobile gaming, and one of the things that they brought across was the fact that they wanted to charge every time you installed something. So say like I had say Pokemon Go example, yeah. So they would be charged, I think it's like 30 cents for an installation of Pokemon Go, yeah. And then if I uninstalled it and then reinstalled it, they'd be charged 30 cents for an installation of Pokemon Go every time. And considering that we're just talking about the storage size on the PS5 Slim, you have to uninstall and reinstall these things. So a lot of game developers, especially the smaller ones, who can't afford to pay that 30 cents per install. I don't think it's 30 cents. I might be making that stuff up, so don't quote me on that. I'm just using that as an example. Wouldn't be able to afford it, because you can imagine that you buy the game, you uninstall it, not sure about it, you buy it, install it, blah blah blah, and you don't know when your bills are coming in, this, that, and the other. And it's not like when you get the Unreal Engine and they say, hey, we take 20% of it because you used our Unreal tools, and we sell it on the Epic Store, and we'll probably take a little less if you do it on the Epic Store, put it anywhere else, we'll probably take a bit more. It's not like that, where you just that one kind of sale. It's like, no, every time. So little shits, pardon my language, can say download your game, uninstall it, reinstall it, uninstall it, reinstall it, uninstall it, reinstall it, and 30 cents every time they do that. And you know that people are going to pull that crap. Yeah. So the controversy of the pricing change was announced in September. It got widespread backlash. Developers were going mental everywhere in regards to this and saying they're abandoning Unity and going to other platforms. It's the Unity San Francisco office had to be evacuated because of sets of death threats on social media. That's how bad it was. Riccitiello, the guy who was in charge, is no stranger to controversy. He faced criticism from the gaming community and had to apologise for his inappropriate language towards developers. He also, I wish I had the clip. He also suggested about charging people for reloading in Battlefield.
Yeah, because this guy was in charge of EA. It's worth noting. He was in charge of EA, I think, what was it, 2013?
Yeah.
And then he moved to Unity, and now he's brought some of the ridiculousness from EA to Unity.
I'm going to be honest with you. It was only when this company merger happened that the ridiculousness came through. So it's.
I think there was essentially he was proposing a certain amount would be free, and then after a certain threshold was met, that's when they'd start implementing the charges. Either way, it's ridiculous because you can't budget for something like that. As a developer, you cannot budget for that. You can budget for paying to use the engine, the fee that you agree.
Paying to use the engine, and they get a cut of what you sell. It's simple, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what you can budget for, but you can't budget for people installing it and uninstalling it and then reinstalling at a later date. You can't budget for that because you can never know if somebody's going to go back to your game or not.
Yeah, and it's silly, and you're not making any money. You can be bloody bankrupt.
The one thing that was the kicker was it's applicable to games that are already out there, not just new games.
Yeah. Now, it's weird because I remember reading another thing where they were talking about the previous version of Unity. So they've got the current tool set and then another tool set. And if you were on the previous tool set, they would allow you to play by the rules of that previous tool set, which they've now wiped out. So if you're on, say, Unity 7, and now they've got Unity 8, but Unity 9 is going to be the one that charges you per download. They previously said that if you were on Unity 7, it was built on Unity 7, you play by the Unity 7 rules. So I don't know what they were thinking, but it's a scummy business practice, and it's just these people just want to make money for nothing, if that makes any sense. It's like they feel that they own everything, if that makes any sense.
It's called greed. That's what it is.
Yep.
And it's destroying the gaming industry.
It
Absolutely
really is.
is.
And its worst thing is it's taking chunks out the indie market, because that's Unity's primarily indie stuff, yeah. And the indie guys.
It is, but they'll just go over to the Unreal Engine. It won't kill the indie. It won't kill the indie scene at all. In fact, they'll excel if they keep doing stupid things like this, especially EA. And plus, that guy sounds like another Ninja Turtle anyway.
Riccitiello.
Yeah, he does.
Michelangelo, Raphael, Riccitiello, and Donatello.
He sounds like the shit one.
Yeah.
The shit one that your nan bought you, which is a knockoff one that they got from Pound World.
Everyone else has got actual weapons. He's got a carrot stick.
It also looks like he's been in the sun and melted a bit.
Yeah.
His arms don't quite move.
Yeah.
Just taking a piss.
That's what he deserves.
I'm a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
Anyway, in the ever-evolving world of gaming, Unity's recent pricing debacle serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between business decisions and community sentiment. With Riccitiello's departure, Whitehurst stepping in it's remained to see how Unity will navigate its future. They're going to tank. Everything's going to tank terribly. No idea what's going on there, but
I'll navigate their future. It's called There Isn't One.
Yeah, they have torpedoed themselves. Congratulations, gentlemen. You fucked yourself. So anyway, with that, I think we need to move on to our next story.